Hi, guys. Welcome to Parawoman Radio. I'm Amy. Gypsy Rose broke up with Ryan and Pixie and is now hanging out with their ex, Ken. They both got tattoos that look like wolves, but they call them huskies for some reason. Gypsy is really happy with Ken, and they seem to be having a strong connection. There's this BDSM lifestyle of pup and handler or wolf pack, where a dom is in charge and the submissives dress up like wolves with like ears and paws. Some people think Gypsy and Ken might be into that. So my question is, will Ken be the leader of the GRB wolf pack? It seems like they have a strong connection and are truly in love, and he's probably the one she should have been with. Gypsy went live on TikTok with Ken, sharing some personal details about their relationship. She even mentioned leaving her dog with Ryan because the dog liked Ryan more. And guys, Nicholas Godejohn's dad drops the mic. He released some incriminating text related to Gypsy Rose. It appears that Gypsy tried to deceive the Godejons and ensure that she was the one that would be taking care of Nick. The revelation has caused quite a stir in the Gypsy Rose stan community. So keep watching as we cover all the drama and excitement surrounding Gypsy Rose and her twisted wolf pack on Parawoman Radio. Before we get going, I thought I would ask you to start an algorithm dance party. Get your hands warmed up and dance right up to the thumbs up and the heart button. Just click it like nobody's watching, but the algorithm, it's always watching. It's just a free way to help me out, and it's really appreciated. Let's get into it. Let me pop over into chat and see what's going on. Hi, Chris V. Chris V says, I feel like she will regret leaving him one day. Yeah, I think she might, because I think, well, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know how I feel about Ken yet. I have to see him more before I can decide how I feel about him, because he feels like he's too good to be true. And that usually means that he's too good to be true. But I mean, who knows? I don't know. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about Ken? I haven't really been able to catch the temperature in the room with Ken. You could with Ryan, but Ken's a little bit different. He doesn't share his TikTok, although he went live on TikTok, but he doesn't add anybody to his TikTok that he doesn't know. It's always been privated. He's never accepted money for an interview. And I have a sneaky suspicion that we can't say the same for Ryan. So, and I did hear a mumbling and rumbling, and I can't prove it. So this is all hearsay that, and this is all my opinion. I encourage you to do your research, that she left Ryan because of the fact that he was wanting the money and he was wanting the fame and the attention. And Gypsy didn't like that. Plus, I think she was just in love with Ken all along. Like, don't you guys think so? I mean, I think Ken and her broke up and she jumped into this relationship with Ryan, and she had been like, okay, so Gypsy hasn't really been able to have any true relationships yet. And like the few she has were very high school. And so she hasn't really matured, I don't think, in relationships. And so if she had waited, sorry, I'm trying to move this blanket to angle something. If she had just waited, I think that her and Ken would have got back together. But anyway, they're back together, although they just are saying, air quote, just hanging out. So, it is what it is. Let me get my stage ready for you, and we shall begin. which do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the wolf pack, or do you want to? Well, let's start with that she dumps Ryan for Ken. Okay. Let me make sure it's there. I was just checking my audio too. I always like to make sure you're hearing me because I can go on and nobody will hear me. Okay. So I think TMZ, don't quote me on this, is the one that broke this story, but Gypsy Rose Blanchard, tattoos, dinner, and sightings in NOLA, full reconnect with X. So here you can see they're out eating. And they have these matching bracelets too. Nobody's really saying anything about the matching bracelets, but I'm positive this is BDSM, which I have no problem with at all. I had a good friend in college that this was her jam, and it's, I know about it, so it's fine. And so these are the quote, air quote, husky tattoos. Do these not look like wolves to you? What do these look like? Do they look like wolves? I'm moving over to StreamYard so I can start doing polls and stuff during the chat. I just haven't done it yet, but that's coming soon. But what do you guys think? Do you think they're wolves? Type a W in the comments. Or do you think they're huskies? Type an H. Or don't even okay, wolves are dogs. Do you think this is a wolf or a dog? What do you think? A W or a D? Type it in the comments. I think it's a big old W. Okay, so here we go. And so here's the wolves or the huskies. Here they are out eating. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And I noticed I'm going to have to put him in the other room. Hold on one second, you guys. He's really loud today. Come on, baby. You want to go in the other room? Or you want to go in the bathroom? You want to go in here? I know. It'll be okay. I see you in just about 45 minutes, baby. Okay. Junebug is going to be a year old on April 6th. 2 more days, my baby's going to be a year old. And my other baby turned 14 on January 3rd, my little Chihuahua Maybelline. She's feeling neglected these days, so I have to start talking about her too. Here we go. Gypsy Rose. Oh, also, guys, if you could give this live a thumbs up, helps me dance out into the algorithm, bring more people back to our party. Just a free way to help us out, and it's really appreciated. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is real busy making up for lost time with her ex-fiance, Ken Urker. TMZ got all the deets on their Louisiana rendezvous. GRB, that's what she's being called these days, you guys, GRB, linked up with her former flame in NOLA this week, and we're told the exes did a whole lot more than just matching huskies tattoos and cut off LA. Or Louisiana. She did go to her cousin. Source, there's another photo of her just out right here. How many of you guys think she's going to get pregnant with Ken's baby? She says no, but well, you know what? I'm feeling heavy on her. Like I want to stay in the middle. So, I hope that she doesn't do that. Sources close to Gypsy tell TMZ Ken flew Sunday from Texas to Louisiana to visit and support his ex amid her separation from Ryan Anderson. For their 4-day visit, we're told Ken is returning home Thursday. So that must be today. Be interesting to see if he stays. The pair's been enjoying the local cuisine. Oh, God. Louisiana food is so good. And spent a day exploring the city's famous French Quarter. I have a real draw to French to Louisiana. And there's the tattoos again with the bracelet. While this might sound like a very romantic adventure, our sources insist nothing romantic is going on between them at this point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We're told Gypsy is focusing on herself right now, but does appreciate Ken's support as she navigates a difficult time. As Ken's mom, Raina Williams, she's been very vocal on TikTok, previously told us Ken felt compelled to be at Gypsy's side as soon as he learned about her split with Ryan. How did the writer write this without laughing? Gypsy and Ken have always maintained a friendship, our source says, that remained even after they split, while GRB was still in prison. So there's the photo, and she holds his hand really tight. They first connected in 2018 through the prison pen pal program, got engaged in 2019, but faced some hardships due to Gypsy's incarceration, which ultimately resulted in their split. What is this? Is this the whole thing, right?
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even...
She's been laying it down.
Oh, I was like, I don't know where this transition is going. Speaking of walking, we are going to talk about Gypsy Rose because Gypsy has been out of prison for like a week.
And I'm obsessed.
The world is obsessed, honestly. We're also going to talk about and Stephanie is a part of this group. There is a sector of psychopaths around that drink out of these Stanley Cup things and they live by them. Best water in the world, keeps your water cold, keeps your tea.
I do not own a Stanley Cup. I do not understand that whole. Anyway, I used to be very product focused, but when you get poor, that stops. Or maybe like when you had stuff and you don't have stuff and you realize you never needed the stuff, or you grow out of it. I don't know. I don't get it. It's not for me. By July 2022, Gypsy had moved on and married Ryan, but that relationship came to an end 3 months after she got out of prison. Despite the big press tour after her release, Gypsy is now keeping a low profile. Is she? She just was on TikTok and she's all over Louisiana, staying with her dad. And if this is low profile, anyway. And last month, she even she did not delete them, guys. She didn't delete them. She privated them. Last month, she privated her Instagram and X accounts. Or maybe she did delete them. Let me see. Did she delete Instagram? She didn't at the time, so. Oh, there's such a pretty picture of Catherine here. Let me show you. This is off topic, but look at how pretty Catherine is. I just hope she heals from what's going on. No, she's still there. She is still there. It irritates me when they say that she deleted it, trying to make her seem better than. Let's see what Ryan, my name is Ryan Anderson. Oh, it is kind of sad because I think for sure he loved her more than, but at least he got Pixie, maybe that'll become his heart dog. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Yeah, you don't get the cup thing either. It's just strange to me. But if you're into it, you know what? I used to be into things like I've got some designer purses and stuff like that. So, but I'm not in like a cup, but I guess a cup is an accessory nowadays. So, all right. You can see my mind working its way through issues right online. All right, let's see. This is another one. Gypsy Rose Blanchard and ex-fiance got matching husky dog tattoos, a symbol of strong bond, said cousin. Like, they don't own a husky together. What is the husky symbolism? What is a husky symbolism? Husky symbolism. Husky symbolism. Okay. If they were doing the animal totem thing, which I'm totally into, by the way, I feel like the universe or God speaks to you in terms that you understand. And for me, I understand animal symbolism, but I don't know what a husky is. But let's find out what a husky is. Husky meaning and messages. Husky meaning and messages. In this case, husky symbolism is reminding you that it's not always the destination that is important. In other words, like the jaguar, husky meaning teaches you that the journey is more important than actually getting there. Thus, making the right choices now can signify ease your experience and expedite any conflict and hardships along the way. The spirit animal insists that you use your instincts to guide. My gosh, Gypsy, if you only, well, does she have instincts? This way you can always stay centered on your sense of what is home to you. Alternately, husky symbolism reveals to you that you have the inner strength and knowledge to tread lightly. I do not think that they think that this is what that means, why they got the tattoo. Do you guys? And knowledge to tread lightly through challenging terrain, although it applies strangely. Therefore, you can navigate through anything without leaving destruction in your wake. What do you guys think? Do you think it's that? Or do you think it's the BDSM? Well, let's talk about the BDSM, if it could be the BDSM, because now we know what a husky meaning is, and it could mean that. Or it could mean this.
Now, and I know that Gypsy and her friends and her crew are like really into.
And I got this from Down the Rabbit Hole at Bedtime. I will link down, it's not the full video, and I will link down in the description. Love her. Love her. She's got my kind of sense of humor and things, and she kind of thinks the way I do. Like, she tries to find the best in things. Yeah, I think Ryan truly loved her. I don't know if she's going to regret it or not. I don't know. I don't think she should have ever married him. It might just be like a blip in her life, kind of like Kim Kardashian when she married that football player and then left him for Kanye. She should have like been with Kanye all along because that's what she was doing, right? Yeah, husky represents loyalty. Or it could also mean the BDSM. So let's take a listen and see. It's a very short clip.
TikTok. I know there's this whole genre on TikTok now where people pretend to be wolves and like part of a wolf pack, and it's like a whole sexual and like romantic thing that they do with one another, and it is so weird. I'm fine with it. Love it.
Does this not sound like Gypsy? Did Gypsy not have a photo of her and a wolf being consumed on one of her Facebook pages? Yes, she did. And I just remembered that, or I would have gotten it before.
For them. Love it for people who want to do it. But when I watch it from a distance on TikTok, I'm just like, this it's just too much for me. And I'm sort of wondering if the quote unquote husky tattoos are more like wolf tattoos and they want to live this like wolf.
Katie, the moment you said that, I was like, yes,
wolf-like existence. I'll see if I can put some TikToks in about it, but it's really too much. Now I've
got some reading materials. She never did find some. I don't think she found any TikToks. She might have, but we don't have it.
Evidence of that from Gypsy and Ken.
probably did. Like I said, I'll leave the link so you can watch it all.
But I'll be watching. I'll be trying to figure out what these husky tattoos are about. I mean, it's not like they have a husky that they bought together and that they share. So it's just very strange to me. Okay, getting back to TMZ.
Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you think it has anything to do with it at all? Or do you think it's just husky loyalty? They're just loyal to each other. And when you put their tattoos together, it shows a heart with the huskies. We're going to watch the video of her and him on TikTok. But before we do that, I want to show you this instead. Whoops. This instead. Oh, hold on. It's not working for me. I just have to start a whole new screen. Oh, I wonder what it'll be like over on Streamlabs, because I'm moving over there, because I feel like I can do more with my members over there. But anyway, I see creators that are using Streamlabs and they can do so much more. They can recognize people, and I want to be able to do that because I want us to be a parasocial circle of friends that recognizes each other for things. But anyway, here. No, I wanted to show this one first. Here. Here. Let's see if that worked. I'm in a weird mood today. I'm healing. And I've been watching some funny stuff. I've been watching Happy and something Fool. And they've been making me laugh, and it just feels so good. So the alpha primal or fury, what's in a BDSM wolf pack? Many people know what no, I should show this first. This describes it all. Pack roles, part 1. In the pups and handler community, we find ourselves using a special set of words that outside of the community don't have the same meaning. The jargon becomes difficult to understand when you're learning. Maybe you've heard of some of it already, as it's difficult to ignore. The common terms you'll run into are handler, alpha, beta, and omega. If you know anything about wolf pack dynamics, this might be something you're familiar to. This, or if you have owned a dog, you might have found yourself being called a handler. I have heard of breeders being called handlers, or is it trainers? Trainers being called handlers. Although that information can bleed over into the world of human pups, it's not as black and white as you'll realize. The more you mingle within our community, soon the words handler, alpha, beta, and omega we all used in my Greek society in college. I don't say sorority because we were a sorority at one point, but before I joined it, it became a society. It was men and women. First one in the nation. Anyway, it sounds like Greek to me. Let's first start. It is Greek, guys. That's because it sounds like Greek. Let's first start off by stating this. There is always a learning curve when you first start anything new, and that is all right. By the end of these series of articles, we hope that it may clear up. Junie's getting really unhappy in there. By the end of these series of articles, we hope that it may clear up this set of jargon and allow you to understand what it means when you hear these words and what it might mean to you. Pack roles are a form of structure within the pup community, and each role has a meaning and purpose. Handlers and alphas are considered to hold more of a dominant role. Handlers and alphas are considered to hold more of a dominant role, while betas are considered more versatile and omegas are considered to be submissive by trade. I wonder if they're going to add more people to their pack. I'm saying it like it's true, but I feel like it's true in my mind. But again, this is just my opinion. In this article, we'll focus on the submissive and versatile pack roles. Pups who consider themselves as omegas normally will find themselves not wanting to take on the role of leadership. They find it more to their enjoyment to service those they believe have earned both their respect and trust. Omegas tend to love making others happy, whether it's in the act of pleasure or during the Dom's day-to-day life. Within a pack, they may find themselves following the orders, their handler alpha or beta. The orders may vary from keeping the house clean, making sure they are waiting at the door for walkies, or sitting unclothed at the ends of the bed, ready to serve. This sounds so much like Gypsy, you guys. However, keep in mind that Omega pups do have a mind of their own. Ugh. Is this not, I don't mean to say ugh, but I just don't think this would, like, this is good for healthy individuals if this is how you want to do things. But for an unhealthy person, I just don't know. Submissive does not mean weakness. Submissive is a powerful gift, one that is not given lightly. If you demand an Omega to do what you want, please you in the way you need, and they did not give consent nor know you, then you should not be surprised when you get the exact opposite of what you asked for. Omegas are their own person, and although they are more followers than leaders, they are not weak. They will and can stand up for themselves, and they do deserve the same level of respect that is given to those who takes on a dom role. I wonder if that's what she'll be in this whole pack, the Omega. She'll be submissive to Ken. Hold on, I gotta let the my master out. Gosh, I never thought I'd be a slave to a bird. Hold on. Hey. Hi. I'm opening it for you. And a Chihuahua. She's less demanding though. She's getting older. Her demands are less. Anyway, so it just seems to go back and forth. Let's see what else. Now, beta's versatile, especially if you identify yourself as LGBTQ, may have a lot of different meanings. Yet for a pup that finds himself under the role, Junie, you're not going to come out here and be yelling. That's what I'm doing. No, you come here, baby, and be good. Now, beta's versatile, especially if you identify yourselves as LGBTQ, may have a lot of different meanings. Yet for a pup that... All right, sir. Hold on, I got to get him some treats. You want some treats? Huh? Would you like some treats? Yeah, you're going to get some treats. Yeah, let's go get them. You want them? I'm not putting you in the cage. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. It's like I'm giving my child candy, so he'll be quiet. I wish I could give him an iPad. I'm just going to start from the first of the paragraph. I'm so sorry, you guys. I know that some people hate when this happens. But it's life, and I'm streaming from my house. Maybe someday I'll have my own studios, but here we go. Now, beta's versatile, especially if you identify yourself as LGBTQ, may have a lot of different meanings. Yet for a pup that finds themselves under the role of beta, it is more learning to the aspect of versatility with being a dom and a sub. This is something that allows them to be able to jump back and forth between being a leader or a follower. But you can see here that some of them like to dress up with ears and a nose and fingers or nails. Let me look really quick on TikTok. I'm sure there is somebody over there doing the BDSM wolf lifestyle. Oh, I don't want to show you that one because that one's ridiculous. But I guess I'll show it to you.
Buddy. Come on, we can't delay.
Oh, this one's actually funny.
What did you do?
No one can see him on the floor. Get him out the door before he
But anyway, they dress up like that. I don't even know if you were seeing what I was showing. Yes, you were. Because I'm like, okay, let me get situated back where I'm sitting and not half on, half off. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you think it's a BDSM type deal, or do you think it's just tattoos, Amy? It's just tattoos. Chill. This is Parawoman Radio, and I'm Amy. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the membership arena. Thank you to Jen and Miss Murda. I do shout outs. I release my videos early to them. I am starting to build a little bit of a library. I'm also going to do some lives that show more about Junebug, Maybelline, and myself, how I got interested in true crime, stuff like that. Maybe even I'll show you my studio. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. And if you like my content, I would love to have you as a member. If you don't want to be a member, I would love to have you as a subscriber. So thank you for either one. So they went live on a, what's her name? I have it up. Hold on. Let me see what her name is. I guess I don't have it up. Why wouldn't I have it up? I had it up and I needed to restart my computer and maybe it didn't, but it's easy to find. Hold on a second. Well, actually, I don't even need to find it. It's up on TikTok and we're going to watch a part of it, but I also have it recorded. So here we go.
Husky tattoos are more like.
But I've got that picture. That ain't no idea, but it looks.
Really too much. Now, I have no evidence of that from Gypsy and Ken, but I'll be watching. I'll be trying to figure out what these.
Cracks me up that she put those big eyes. I'll be watching. She just does funny things like that I really enjoy.
Husky tattoos are about. I mean, it's not like they have a husky that they bought together and that they share.
Come on. There. Okay, so when it starts, it's kind of really funny because she starts talking about Gypsy's hair, how she didn't like it at first, but now that she sees it, she likes it. And Ken immediately goes to his hair and like thinks she's talking about his hair, which is really funny to me.
Okay, getting back to TMZ.
There you go. This light's not great.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Are y'all all officially convinced now?
This is
By the way,
me.
I don't think I liked your hair to begin with, but it does suit
I
you.
know. I'm losing it. I'm
Not
losing
you.
it.
Not you.
I'm losing it. I'm getting older, I guess.
I was talking to Gypsy.
Oh, okay.
I said I did not like it to begin with. I didn't think I did, but it looks better in person.
It looks good. It looks good. Yeah, she looks
Oh
good.
my God. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
I don't know. Ugh, I don't like this lighting in here.
Yeah, not great lighting.
I also wanted to mention that I got this from Anxious Ant. I just recorded it while I was watching last night, and I love their channel as well. And I will be putting the link down there. They did a thing where there's two of them that I usually have I always say we because I've always had a co-host. I've always had somebody doing this with me, and so Para Women Radio. And I also say we because I want to include you guys. But there's two of them that do it. And the first woman starts talking about it and describes it. And then the second one watches the video with you. But yeah, Anxious Ant. I got that from this video. I recorded it from them. And it was helpful too because I'll start it from the beginning too because I'm talking. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm supposed to stop and start. But I recorded it with them because the video on TikTok had music. So I really appreciate that they didn't have music.
Both know how I feel about everything, and y'all both know we've not seen eye to eye since 2019. So, I mean, that ain't nothing, whatever. And for everybody that's in here saying whatever, if I can have Fancy on my panel and be civil, then I ought to be able to have anybody up here.
Fancy has gone off the deep end. My gosh, she could have done so much, and she just like did a Deaf Noodles nosedive.
Be civil. So I don't know why y'all are thinking that this is anything new. I've always been this way. If somebody comes into my chat or up here and they're respectful, I can be the same way as
So Gypsy's back there on her phone, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. She's on her phone, just kind of doing her own thing while Ken's being interviewed. But she's on the phone watching Ken. June.
an adult. What did you just do? Are you smoking something? You better not get me banana. What is that?
Huh?
It looked like an accordion. Oh
It's
my
just
God.
nicotine.
Lord have mercy.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. I've actually accidentally slipped my vape up, and I'm like, oops, I don't think I can do that.
You don't want to
I've
go
got
on
this
live.
picture up here. Oh, I don't care. I've already been on. I'm always on, but I've got that picture of your tattoos. Oh, yes. Let's see them in person. Because they were saying they don't look new.
They're brand new. They're fresh. They're still red.
Yeah, there's
Oops, I want to show that. What do you guys think? Do you think
But I've got that picture.
that's a husky or is that a wolf? A dog? Oops.
Because they were saying
Is that a dog or a wolf, you guys? I think it's a wolf. And when they put them together, it comes together as a heart. I mean, how must Ryan feel? Like, oh my gosh, you couldn't have waited a little bit? That's like, wow. But anyway.
they don't look new.
They're brand new. They're fresh. They're still red.
yeah, they're still healing.
Okay, so, well, there you saw it.
What?
Yeah, is it a heart? Is it supposed to be a heart when you put them together?
Not.
Yeah, right. Don't sell me a bridge. And what's that? I don't even know what that quote is. I'm not going to say it. But don't sell me something
It's just
that I don't need
That's all that it is.
and make me believe it that I
So,
need
like,
it.
we didn't want to get like the full detailed because that's actually really painful.
Yeah.
So we just kind of wanted the outline of a husky, and I was like scrolling for something that like I thought would be pretty.
I love. I'm just clout chasing. LOL.
Whatever.
Do you guys notice that I don't post any content? I'm not a content creator. All my socials are private. I don't accept anybody who I don't know or don't have mutuals with. So there's absolutely no part of me that is chasing any kind of clout here. I could care less if you follow request me or not. Like,
I find it really interesting that question, that statement was the one that caught Ryan's attention. Oh, Hold on, guys. Joni, come on. Come down. Go. Go. Go in. Go. Okay. I find it interesting out of all the questions that he is reading that's the one he pops up, the clout chasing. And I think that makes it like when things like that happen, I think that is one of the reasons she left Ryan, because he's like punctuating that he doesn't do that. He isn't a clout chaser, but yet he's on TikTok with her. And his mom and sister are all releasing information. So, I mean, he seems nice to me, but he who shall never be named again seemed nice to me as well. So,
I'm not going to post any content.
oh, and I'm definitely not saying that Ken is the same. Definitely not trying to insinuate that. Just saying that I'm not reading people very well these days, as it would seem.
Do whatever you want.
I can vouch for that too. He's always been that way. He was that way back then. In 2019, he didn't care.
Average Joe, go to work every day, pay my bills, pay my rent. Like, I'm not looking for any kind of attention or clout or fame. Again, if you can choose to believe me or not, it's up to you. But
I do like that he goes and pays his bills. Apparently, he works at a bar. He does have some kind of criminal record, but I think it was like a speeding ticket. He didn't pay. He had to spend the night in jail or something like that.
I don't get paid for anything. I did an interview, which you'll see on her Lifetime show that comes out in the summer, and no money.
They were asking if you were
Ooh,
gonna
so
be
that
included in
means
Lifetime. So
that means we might be able to see the separation between Ryan and Ken. I mean, Lifetime, if that's true, they're probably just like, this is a gold mine. Yahoo! We've struck gold. There's gold.
There's your answer.
Gold. GRB Hills.
I did interview with them, but I don't think I signed any kind of NDA, so I don't think I'm not allowed to say that. So that's fine. Yeah.
And you could tell he was really thinking there because he's rubbing. I mean, if you're a body expert, like right there, he's self-soothing right there.
But they didn't pay me anything, so they
you
can't
didn't
sue
really
me.
say anything other than you did it, so you didn't really give anything. I don't think that would be.
Pretty basic interview. If you don't want to watch it, fine. I don't care. People are like, I'm not gonna watch it. Okay, cool. Then why are you here?
What either comedian or cartoon character has that little swoosh up in the front there? Because it's like popping in my brain, but I cannot identify the name. But there's it's either a comedian or a cartoon that has that swoosh. Help me out, you guys. What is that? I can't remember.
Same thing I say in here when people come in and say, why are you talking about this? Why are you watching?
She's not pregnant for everybody who keeps asking.
No, I'm on
She's
birth
not
control.
pregnant.
Like, what the hell?
So that's interesting too, that he's saying that she's not pregnant for everybody asking, because they're claiming they're just friends. So why is he answering that question?
And we have not had any intimacy. We're just
Okay,
hanging out. We're just told.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you believe that? Whew.
Don't show the vape anymore. I just got hit.
Oh,
Shit, I didn't realize. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
we don't know how to sort
Am I
it.
gone?
Consuming substances featured in this live can harm your health.
Okay.
I've got a consuming substances warning.
Okay.
You guys, are you somebody when you watch videos and look at pictures, are you somebody that looks at the background? Because I am a total background looker. And that's why I have to make sure everything's perfect behind me when I do things, because I'm a total background looker. And it's interesting to see what is going on in her bedroom.
All right, I'll stop doing that then.
This picture is this water. What is this? And then there's a cross over her bed. But that's no surprise.
I can still see you.
Any other questions? I don't know.
I'm trying to think and I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. He's already
Like,
said what he does.
her questions were horrible, in my opinion. I mean, I would have asked so many different questions, but I don't know if like they agreed upon some questions that weren't allowed, and those probably were all the questions that we all want to know, like, why did you leave Ryan? Well, they probably couldn't answer a lot because it's probably all on the Lifetime thing, which is so freaking annoying. Edith Perez says, Gypsy used Nick and Ryan. She cheated on both of them. She should be ashamed to be with another man while she's still married. She dyed her hair blonde because she knew Ken. Yeah, she knew Ken preferred blondes. He does. It is. She did say that in her docuseries. They're trying to convince everyone they're only friends because she's still married. Yeah, of course, and that probably would look bad for the probation and stuff. And Elizabeth. Our Elizabeth Ross agrees. Yeah, I think it's strange. Let's go to TikTok. Let's take it to TikTok. Oh, wait, no, we're not done yet. I'm sorry. We've got like 3 more minutes of the interview.
Does for work. He works at a bar. He invited Nina to come for a drink. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He broke up.
Nina is the beauty influencer that Gypsy was talking to. I don't know if they're mad at each other again. Like, I can't keep up with, like, a lot happened. I just did a Gypsy Rose thing, and then the minute, like 20 minutes later, Go to John's family releases the text, and then she's leaving them. She's getting tattoos, and it's all happening so fast. I can't keep up. But I love it. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like a respite from some stuff. And it's my way to keep my mind going, I guess.
With his girlfriend.
Mutual separation, I guess.
Excuse me, mutual separation.
Oh, wow. How do y'all know her name? People know her name. I've seen it.
So he says he mutually broke up with his girlfriend recently, and they already have her name. And like, don't be surprised. Like, like, don't be surprised. I'm not surprised.
Well, I saw it in the chat. Somebody knows.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
I can't.
So that now, and I know that Gypsy and her friends.
That was the end of the interview. The missing says, Gypsy is living the life now. She's gross. She's a serious attention seeker and not sure if she's intelligent enough to understand this man's using her as a cash cow. Yeah, it seems highly strange to me that he's with her after she's made millions, reportedly millions. Ken's mom said that Ken has a girlfriend and that Gypsy and Ken are just friends. Yeah, but he's saying they broke up. I don't think that this relationship will end well. It's also speculated that this is all for the show, that she's just going to go hang out with Ken for a little while and then go back to Ryan. That is reported. They both seem like cheaters and manipulators. Well, we know Gypsy's a manipulator. So we do know that. Let's go to TikTok. We'll take it to the TikTok. I got to add it back to the stage though. Just wanted to show you that we are over on TikTok growing very slowly, like at a snail's pace, but we are 604 strong over there. If you're over there, be sure to add us. I often will release videos early over on TikTok because I guess because I have so few followers that I just do it. The missing says they both toxic internet freaks, the attention seekers. She should be in prison, in my opinion. I don't think she should have been out so soon either, but it's not my choice. She's out. So I just wish she would do better, but she's learning, I guess. Or maybe. I don't know. I hope. So here we have Ken's TikTok, and it is indeed private. He has 2,574 followers. That seems like a lot for just a bartender, but I don't know. Or I'm not even a bartender, a bar worker. I don't know what he does. But he's following 257 people, so maybe. And maybe because it seems like a real social scene working in a bar. I've worked in some bars / restaurants. So yeah, and this is his mother's TikTok. She has 800. Maybe we'll follow her. We'll do a little follow. So let's watch and see what the mom has to say. Let me make sure that you can see it. I haven't looked at my page. Okay.
Hey guys, just wanted to jump on here real quick. I know I don't do this a lot and probably will never do this a lot. I certainly
Strange
will
word.
never try to figure out a way to make a living off this.
Okay. I figured out that if you do a little redo, that it goes into this, and this is how I stop it. Weird words to say that she probably will never do this. Like if I was never going to do this again, I would say, I'm never going to do this again. I've never done this. What was the next
Hey
thing?
guys, wanted to jump on here real quick. I know I don't do this a lot and probably will never do this a lot. I certainly will never try to figure out a way to make a living off this. I work. You know.
Interesting that they both are very keen on letting us know that they work, and I appreciate that. That but are they trying to? I don't know. I guess I can't tell yet. I don't know my opinion yet on this. So
have other things going on in life.
I need more information. I need more.
Stupid little videos in the past probably shouldn't have done. I just want to remind everybody that not everyone who you think is getting paid is getting paid. I want to remind.
That's true. And I laugh at some of the comments that I get because people think I'm getting big bucks. And like, if they limited a video that I do, which happens a lot, I get like 3 cents a video, you guys. It's not a lot. But if I do well, like I did well on some of the other videos, I'll get like, I think the highest was like $43 or 53. I don't remember. But so if it does well, it's not a bad amount. But if it's rare that I get, like I got 2 of them last month that did that, and I had to donate the money. Well, I didn't have to donate the money. Yes, I had to donate the money. It was a sense of I had to do what I did. So yeah.
Everyone that what I talked about in my what I feel like was my best video was about kindness. I want to also touch on forgiveness and the divinity of it all. To err is human, to forgive Divine. Look, guys, I'm just looking to be happy like everyone else. I want my kids to be happy. I have 5 of them. I have 10 grandchildren. Well, really 11 if you account if you count the ones you take on from the extras. I have 11 amazing grandchildren. I'm a very blessed woman. I don't need accolades from strangers. I did my first video to the girl, Nina, the influencer. I think she's a very bright young girl. I really have a lot of respect for her in a lot of ways, and her, doing what it takes to make it in this world. I'm old school. It's okay to have a different opinion. We can have a different opinion on a particular subject, and I can still admire someone from afar. And
That's nice. I'm so glad to hear somebody say that, because I can be the same. I can like truly despise someone but recognize their good traits, and she's doing it too.
really where all this came from.
I can't right now with, and I don't think I ever. Yeah, but I can do that, and yeah, I can do that. Right now, I can't do it with somebody, and that's bothering me.
Was my admiration for her. I think she's beautiful. I think her makeup is beautiful. I don't have to agree with.
No. I don't like her makeup. I don't like that big blue, Drew Carey, that lady. I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
This one particular subject, but I'm not going to go into other things. I get caught up. I'm a talkative person. People ask me a question, I answer the question. That's just
her and Gypsy probably fight to talk, because Gypsy's a talker too. Ken doesn't seem like the talker, but maybe he is.
I am, because I'm so like raw honest. And I also know that in the world of social media, that can get you in so much trouble. And but I am who I am. I'm honest, sometimes to a fault, but I am honest. And I've said what I've said, and I'm not going to retract. I wish everybody out there the best.
She obviously said something about Nina. Let's see if we can find it.
Okay, so I suppose inquiring minds want to know.
Oh gosh, this is 10 minutes long.
First off, of course, I'm my son's. Okay, so I suppose inquiring minds want to know. First off, of course, I'm my son's biggest advocate. Ken is a great guy, no doubt. I raised a good boy. I raised 2 good boys and 3 great daughters. Am I anti-Gypsy? No, I'm really not. I'm an older woman. I understand the bond of a mother and a child. I look deeper into people's mistakes. I've always been a very non-judgmental person. And do I think Gypsy did wrong? Yes, I do. I've met Gypsy, and guess what? She knows she did wrong too. If Gypsy could go back in time, she would do something different. But none of us can do that. I think all the hate is ridiculous. I think she got out of prison. She got on social media. What person isn't nowadays? Especially young people. I think that she got tripped up with some of her words, and man, did everyone pounce.
Yeah, I don't think the hate should be sent to her, like just in general, like don't dogpile on her. But when she does things that she does, people are going to respond with an opinion, and an opinion isn't always hate. People sometimes think opinions are just hate if they're coming at them and they're opposite, but it's not. Opinions not always are hate.
Do I feel sorry for Nick John? I do. I feel sorry for him. Obviously, there's some mental illness there. He's autistic. But on top of being autistic and having mental illness, I think Nick possesses a true darkness. And for that, I don't know that I'd want to see Nick back on the street. Or
I wouldn't want Nick back on the street the same way that I really wouldn't want Gypsy back out on the street so soon. But I wouldn't want Nick out. I would want him in a psych facility being taken care of.
So if he were back on the street, I'm not opposed to it. At least after receiving some real mental help. Let's go back to the bond of mother and child. And this is why my sympathy goes to Gypsy. None of y'all know. You talk about how she's so manipulative and how she learned from her mother. Well, a lot of that is true. She did. because we all learn from our mother, especially when it's a one-child situation and a single mom. You know, she didn't have her dad in her life
Yeah,
like
do
he would have wanted to
you?
be, but he was
I
working. I'm not putting anything
I
down.
think that that is becoming part of the general consensus. Adidas, is it Adidas or Adis says, I think that Ken and his mom see Gypsy as a cash cow and they're hoping to get in on the fame and fortune. If he doesn't like being online, then why are they on TikTok? It's just like, that's the same thing. Like when people say, leave Gypsy alone. Well, then Gypsy, stop watching everything. Stop, reading everything. Why don't you, Gypsy, calm down? Don't make everything public. And if you're ready to leave Gypsy alone, then, stop watching. And they say, it's weird that Gypsy told Ryan that she had a dream that she left Ryan and Ken, and now she's out getting matching tattoos with Ken and wearing matching bracelets. Yeah, it's very weird. But is it weird? It's Gypsy Rose, really. It's a show.
Anyone down, I should say. He was working
the GRB show.
Support. And back in those days, that made you father of the year. Trust me, I know. I raised five all by myself, and I didn't get child support. But a mother can manipulate, especially she had Gypsy since infant on. Okay, this was her daughter, and so.
Okay, well, it appears that the mother is very sympathetic to Gypsy. Let's see if this is the music. Is this what's this one? Ooh, she's all dressed up.
So I have been asked to elaborate on my video from yesterday. So I'm going to elaborate. I'm going to elaborate on my favorite subject, which is kindness, inner peace, doing good, seeing the good. And I'm going to start with a story that I heard years ago. A little old lady, I complimented her skin. She had great skin.
This isn't Gypsy Rose, but I saw in the comments here, it said, tell your son to run fast from Gypsy. They were just spotted together at a tattoo shop. So do you condone your son being seen in public with a woman who just publicly admitted she separated from her husband only days ago? Is that kind? And then, holy cow, you're stunning. That's a nice comment. What do you have to say about your son being with Gypsy now? I love this post. I hope you post more inspiring videos. Is she becoming a motivational coach in front of our eyes with Gypsy Rose's help? What do you guys think? This is the channel that did the video or the interview. I wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, I don't think it was a dream either, Elizabeth. I think it was like her just saying what was coming. Just so you know, I shall be doing this. But this is the Natasha, and she's got a lot of music in the videos, so. But I will put the link to her channel as well. Let's move on and let's talk about the mic drop from the Goda Johns. Okay. Here we go. Let me share this. Make sure you're seeing it. Okay. Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me dance out into the algorithm, bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out. And it's really appreciated. And don't forget to ring that bell if you want to be notified when I post. So this was another one that I got from down the rabbit hole at bedtime. We're just going to listen to a part of what she has to say, and then I'm going to read the notes or the email or the text to you.
Welcome down the rabbit hole, friends. New messages released from Gypsy to Nick Godejohn's parents are proving the case that Gypsy was being incredibly manipulative and controlling towards Nick, knowing that he was impaired in one way or another due to his autism and intellectual disabilities. She was clearly doing everything she could to manipulate even his family, his parents, into trusting her and believing that she was basically going to take care of him. My understanding is that it's Nick's dad, Mr. Godejohn, who's released these messages now, kind of giving us a peek into what he was dealing with and Nick's mom was dealing with at the time that all of this occurred, back a little ways before the murder of.
Okay, so I will link this down. We're just going to go back and I'm going to read the text. So you know she went by Emma Rose on Facebook. And so here up here we see Emma Rose. And it says, "Hello, Mr. Godejohn. My name is Gypsy Rose. I'm Nick's girlfriend. I just wanted to formally introduce myself. It's nice to meet you. You have a wonderful son. He speaks highly of you, sir. Anyways, again, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. Have a wonderful day." And I am like so on edge now with people that are so overly formal like that. Sir, ma'am, yes, ma'am, because the person who shall remain nameless was like that. And so now it just feels really icky to me. And it goes on, another text. Emma Rose. Hi, Mr. Bobby. I heard you and Nick's mom are worried about him traveling on his own. I can understand that. So if it's that big of a concern, I will be paying for everything, including hotel, eating, and gas money. It seems if someone could drive Nick down here to Springfield, it's a small city. The reason Nick's coming is to visit me. We are going to see a movie together, Cinderella, on the 12th at 5 p.m. And so every time I just see her in that Cinderella dress. So we planned this trip for about 2 years because we wanted to see this movie and meet up for the first time. So I paid for a Greyhound bus ticket, round trip, of course, but I can understand that you all are worried. You okay? You all are worried and only want Nick to stay safe. So here she's vouching that she's going to help take care of him, that she's done everything, bought him everything. And, they're worried about it, but, she's here to set them at ease. What do you guys think about that one? That one makes me a little sick to my stomach because, yeah, just because, yeah, they're so manipulative. They're so like, wow. It's shocking in a way. But anyway, I think that's all I have. Let me do a quick search, just like run by to see. Yep, this is all I wanted. Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Working on a Watts video, two mistresses, Nicole Kessinger and Amber Fry. It's going to be a video, like a long form video. I'm working on that this weekend. And tomorrow I'm going to release a video about Tammy Lee in the Watts case. So got stuff coming in the Watts Island arena, if that's what you like. I'm going to go. I'm so grateful for you guys. If nobody's told you this today, I'm going to tell you this. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.